part 6 of our Wind Temple Let's Play, and this entire part almost is going to be dedicated to getting, wait for it, a treasure chart.
And a lot of it is in this room right here.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just admit, like I knew that there's enemies that had to kill to get the treasure chart.
Yep.
Like after we kill these guys and we did some other things, I was like, okay, there's enemies in here I'm missing. Had no clue that they were under the statues.
Yeah.
Which we used to get Makar earlier.
Yeah.
So
almost this entire part actually is straight up combat.
It is.
Fighting. We fight all these Armos right now. Later on, we get some Wizrobes as usual.
You know, it was just upsetting because this is the first time I screwed up in this whole dungeon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's like, so, you know, like I don't know if you heard, like that's door opening right there.
Oh yeah.
There's like a chain like sound,
like the metal bars.
Yeah, I love that little sound right there, and I really don't remember hearing that. And it probably did happen earlier in the game, but I don't remember it.
Well, it's got to be one of the few rooms in this dungeon so far where we've been like locked in like that, where we had to kill all the enemies to get out.
Oh, that was not that room.
No.
We're totally picking up that room later on, then.
Where we jump all the way to the bottom now and use that key we just got at the door at the bottom.
Oh,
that's where we get.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking the wrong room. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was an easy room then.
Well, we're about to go right into it now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was sitting there. I thought that first room was this room coming up right here.
I mean, you're only off by about 30 seconds.
This is the room I was thinking of. Okay. Just erase everything I said for the first minute. This is the room where I knew you had to kill all the enemies, but I couldn't find them all.
Now, I'm not a big fan of any time you have a Wizrobe and a bunch of other enemies. Like, at least in this case, it's only 2 of the Stalfos.
Yep.
But still, kind of annoying.
Well, I'm complaining about, like, you know, mostly the whole not the whole game, this whole dungeon. It's just that I would like to see some new enemies.
Absolutely.
Like, I mean, I don't really mind the combination.
Yeah.
It brings a lot of different elements together, a lot of different enemies, different like combat strategies. But like, I just wish there had been different enemies, new enemies.
I know. I feel like they just recycled some of these undead, like skeleton type enemies, and we saw the bubbles are just floating skulls. You know, I feel like when you recycle enemies, they don't feel unique to that dungeon.
And then we've already fought them in this dungeon too. It's like, you know, like I don't know, like if you're going to reuse enemies, reuse different ones in different rooms. You know, don't. Yeah. So we've already been like in a room very similar to this. We got Hookshot, right? Yeah. We just had Dark Nuts.
We had like 2 Wizrobes and Dark Nuts.
Yeah, Dark Nuts. So I mean, it's just like, I mean, first of all, have new enemies for every dungeon. Yeah. Nintendo, come on. And then if you are going to reuse them in different rooms.
Now, I could have used without them reusing those stupid little spiky ball things that were stuck on you there for a second.
I hate those things, man.
And like all they do is slow you down a little bit. That they don't hurt you.
That kills our patience.
But it absolutely
kills our patience, man.
And it's like there's so many of them. You're like, just spin attack and get them all off. Yeah. And a few more pop up and get on you. It's really annoying.
We had those in the Forbidden Woods, right?
Yep.
They were all over the place.
Yes,
in the
they
Forbidden
were.
Woods. I mean, it makes sense in that dungeon.
Yeah.
Like, see, like, and that's the thing with reusing some of the enemies. It just doesn't make sense sometimes. Like the cursed bubbles and the Wizrobes, those make sense in the Earth Temple.
Yeah.
The spiny little things we were just talking about to slow you down.
Yep.
Those belonged in the Forbidden Woods because you had like those thorns and stuff that came out of the ground.
It makes sense.
Like when you're reusing them, like they just don't make sense sometimes.
I know.
This has apparently been a complaint fest. This whole video has just become a complaint fest.
We got all our laughter out of us.
I'm sitting here talking about how much I like this dungeon. Yeah. And I just go into bashing it in this part.
Well, when you got 9 parts to talk about a dungeon, you're gonna find things to bash.
Well, I spent all my love in the last room with that one main verticality room.
Yep. And now here's where you mentioned though that we had a hard time finding the other enemies in this room to kill, and where they are is just super annoying. It took me forever to figure this out.
Well, I thought they were like in a jar because if you go back to like Forsaken Fortress,
or
like the Dragon Roost, they were a lot of enemies were in the jar. So for some reason, I was thinking they were there. And
it was a smart thought, actually. I didn't even think about that. Good idea.
I just did not think up there, like, in those statues because, I mean, who's going to hide in there?
I know,
See, because the thing is, like, it's not against that platform.
Yeah.
Like, if it's against that platform, I've been, like, you know, I'm obviously trying to make excuses for myself right now. But, like, I don't know, just, like, up, like, it's hanging like a picture. I'm just, like, there's no body in there.
They just look like wall decorations.
That's exactly what I thought, too. Yeah. Like, they didn't look like they were big enough to house any enemies unless they were those stupid spine circle thingies. I don't know what those are called. But
well, my only thought was like because they're on platforms that don't really have a hookshot target, they're just there to be targets for you to hookshot over to. Was my thought.
Oh, they don't have hookshot targets?
I mean, the statues do, but there's not like one on like the one you see they're about to hit right now. You just
it's a different target. Yeah, but that's the same target that we had to use to get Makar too free. So I mean.
I guess we probably should have put 2 and 2 together. And just went ahead and done
I don't know if there's too much to it as me playing it, but I just don't know why.
You finally got the realization.
Well, actually, I think on this, do you actually even have to use the iron boots on those? Because
I think so.
Okay, I didn't know that for sure.
Because I think otherwise you use Hookshot too.
Now, how about this right here? When you Hookshot an enemy and just for a split second, you get to see like his face. That was just
his
awesome
mouth is hanging up and he's terrified of what's about to happen.
Now, I don't know if that's an animation they could have done in the original GameCube version. I don't know if that's like only something they could do on the HD, but that just looked awesome.
Yeah. Oh,
that one got me. That one got me pretty good. That's actually pretty funny right there. I kind of forgot.
I forgot about that too. Yeah, we kind of brought that one on ourselves. Literally.
Well, I think there's only one. Oh, I guess there's another one right there.
Yeah, there are only the 2 enemies in here. We got one of them already, and this one has the second one.
I just like walking around my iron boots. I just think it's cool how they sound. You know, if they would have sounded like that in Ocarina of Time Water Temple, I might have liked that dungeon a little bit more. And maybe like the animation of Link, like struggling along with those iron boots.
And if you wouldn't have,
I'm just trying to make the Water Temple better any way I can.
Well, in the original, if you wouldn't have had to go to the stupid start menu to change boots every time, ever since then they've made an equipable item.
Yeah,
which is so much better.
And they also did that in the 3DS version for Ocarina of Time, but yeah, definitely.
Well, that was a smart move.
In the GameCube version, was it also equipped by them? Okay.
Yeah, I think they learned their lesson
with the Water Temple. Yeah, exactly.
Because I think it was actually an equipable one in Majora's Mask too.
I don't think we had iron boots in Majora's Mask.
Oh, I think you're right, because we just have the Zora mask. Yep. Let you push a button that would
kind of float you down to the bottom. But it's not the iron boots, but kind of works the same way the iron boots does.
Yeah, I was okay with not having to change
definitely. Now, what are those things? Are those moblins right there?
They're either moblins or they're the bobokins or whatever they're called.
Bokoblins. They could be bokoblins. I can't remember if they're in this game or not.
I get them mixed up.
I've never seen this enemy, and I don't know why I didn't write it down, but because I know the other ones are almost knights.
I say
right in front of us.
You know I'm so good with Zelda enemy names.
Yeah, but I this is like a cool room right here actually, because we've dealt with that main room that's very verticality to it. But this room right here, we got more of a horizontal room.
It looks like vortex.
Yeah, it's it stretches a long way, so just kind of a different concept, really.
What I really liked is when those Armos Knights took out their fellow
that was
awesome. Back.
That was awesome, but obviously I realized I need Makar, which I think is in another room.
I think he's back in the next big room, but this wraps up part 6 of our Wind Temple Let's Play.